cuffs are off, man.
Hey everybody, Adam Rank here.
What's up, friends? Daniel Dopp here from the Fantasy Focused Football Podcast over on ESPN.
It's Fabs here, Michael Fabiano from Sports Illustrated.
You know who you can trust? If you've got some questions about your fantasy squad,
Want to check out a cool show on YouTube that'll help you get ready for the fantasy football season?
check out the Get Right Fantasy Network.
Check out the Get Right Fantasy Network. If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do you want to lose your league?
Head on over to YouTube. Check out the Get Right Fantasy Network because they're doing everything they can to make you a better fantasy player.
You got to get right with the Get Right Fantasy Network.
So go and roll your sleeves up. Yeah, go and roll your sleeves up. And I'm getting down cause I roll my sleeves up. And I'm getting right cause I roll my sleeves up. And I'm getting down cause I roll my sleeves up. And I'm getting right cause I
What up? What up? What up, world? Welcome back to the Get Right Fantasy Network with me, Mike Herrick, aka Classic Mike, and my good buddy Kendall. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, man, we're living life. We're doing the thing. It's Friday night. We're talking fantasy. First start, sit, Q&A of the season for me. So that's pretty exciting. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to, like, you go through the off-season thing where you're diving into the research. We're doing all the analyst things. And then we got to play fantasy football. And I'm just buried in my phone. I am in 10 million leagues. Guys, I've officially lost my mind. I just enjoy it. I become a significantly better fantasy football player, a better analyst when I have to put myself in a 100% ownership of every player you could draft, basically. I have them on a team, probably. There's teams where I didn't want to draft them, but I did to have the experience. And then I got to set 100 lineups and do 100 waivers. So I have never been more prepared to honestly talk through. Like, if you have a question, I probably am dealing with it. I'm kind of, I don't know how ready I am. Like, am I ready to lament with everyone else? Are we ready to just like, hey, cheers, man, life is rough? Or are we ready to be like, hey, we drafted awesome. We are mincing hairs over winning or winning, all sorts of stuff, right? I have a lot of Brock Bowers, so I'm also losing my mind.
Oh no,
right
it's
now.
gonna be a fun time. We're gonna be talking about that in just 2 minutes. Don't you guys worry. But yeah, me and Kendall are in your situation. We're here to help you guys get through these particular tough times. We're only in week 2, starting off tonight. We're gonna be doing things slightly different than we used to in the past Friday night shows. We're no longer doing the breakdowns. We're not going to do breakdowns of each game. Took way too long. Realized that we were not answering your questions in the amount of time that we wanted to. And, we wanted to keep you guys engaged. So instead, we're going to be answering your start sit questions. So make sure you guys are loading up the chat for us to answer your questions. We are here to answer them. We will be going over some news and notes leading up. So we're going to give you guys a few minutes to throw your questions in the chat, go over some things that from last night's game, some things that are going on since last night's game. And then from there, we're going to jump right into questions. If you want your question answered right away, make sure you guys throw a super chat our way. We'll pretty much stop everything and answer your question right then and there. So make sure you guys throw that out. We're going to be here for about an hour or so, and it's all based on your questions. If you have questions, throw them in the chat. We'll stay as long as you guys are going to be interacting with us. Just a quick disclaimer for everybody. When you are posting your questions, please make sure you guys are including the format, scoring. We want to know if it's full, half, non-PPR, tight end premium. All those things really helps us get a better understanding of the question to be able to help give the best advice. All right? So make sure you guys throw those questions in the chat. Really looking forward to answering all of your questions. So first and foremost, Kendall, let's talk about last night. Last night was quite a game. Packers at home against the Commanders, 27-18. Packers winning it. Lots of things going on in that game that we saw. Biggest takeaway from that game, unfortunately, was Austin Eckler going down. He unfortunately tore his Achilles. Not a good thing at all. Really, really sad about that. Eckler, get better. Really, really, it's sad.
Yeah. And while you're not better, you should do the first
Come
like
on the
NFL
podcast.
sanctioned fantasy football show, man.
Yeah.
If Austin Eckler just did like his own official fantasy football everything, man,
Oh yeah,
I would be all over it.
It would be
Yeah,
a great time.
he's my wife's favorite player. If
Oh,
she was, she's not a football jersey person, but I think if she ever was, that would probably be her jersey. So
okay, fair enough. So we saw a lot going on last night. First and foremost, Jordan Love having a pretty good overall game, going for 292, 2 touchdowns in that game. Biggest contributor of it, good old Tyler Kraft, man. Kid is looking solid. I mean, you're excited. I know you have him pretty much everywhere.
I maybe reached around on him in like half my league. So we're feeling it was so much so that like it pushed me towards that late quarterback build because I kept thinking like, what if I have to pick up Love because Kraft is so good? And we'll get to that. But yeah, I think you saw the yards after the catch that the team was raving about last year. Just some really good. You see the play where he just fully says, no, sit down. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this first down real quick. Like that for me was that was his season.
Just solidified it.
Right. Yeah. He's uninjured George Kittle. So that feels good. Right. My biggest offseason take, I think, what was it? One of the fantasy footballers tweeted out on X, like something about like the messy a wide receiver room. And I commented back like, that's great. But because it was a snap share question. And my whole thing was, doesn't matter. They're all going to eat each other. The leader in snap share out of the pass catchers, it's actually going to be the tight end. The tight end is going to be the best wide receiver on the team because he's going to have the highest snap share. And I haven't looked at the stats, but I would bet I'm pretty close to being right.
On snap share?
Mm-hmm.
So snap share last night for the wide receivers, let's get into it. 92% for Tucker Kraft. And let me see for the rest of the team. 48, 38, 71 for Romeo Doubs, 46 for Dontavian Wicks. So yeah, definitely led in snap share. He should be out there every time. Tight ends usually are. They run a lot of 2 tight end sets in general. They had overall next guy in line was Romeo Doubs, but of course it was because of the touchdown. Dontavian Wicks was pretty involved as well. So we're starting to see, like, for the Packers, who the main targets are. Romeo Doubs was somebody that we really I suggested a lot in the offseason as somebody to pick up and have on your bench ready to go because he could help your team. He is probably number 2 in the pecking order. Besides last night, he's one of their possession receivers. He's the guy that moves the change for them and helps in this case, the red zone. Enough about the Packers. Unfortunately, we got to move on to the Commanders. They had a rough night. Rough Jaden Daniels night. They kept him on his toes the whole night. Austin Eckler was held to only 17 yards even before he went down, and he went down in the fourth quarter. So all of them had 17 yards. Crazy enough.
I don't think you can run on the Packers.
No.
You just can't. One of the best rushing teams we've seen in the past decade.
100%.
And
one of the best run defenses in the league, too.
Yeah, it was insane. I mean, they made Jahmyr Gibbs look replaceable. They made Gibbs and David Montgomery. The most efficient running game I've ever seen were held to like 2 yards a carry for the entire game. That was insane. And I think we were expecting like what's going to happen. And all of a sudden, Jaden can't really run like he wants to.
No.
Eckler, Bill, who was highly efficient in week 1, just can't do anything. Wow. I mean, this
you're comparing. See,
Packers D is one to avoid. Packers and Broncos, you don't start your players against them. You just don't.
And that's what I was like. A lot of people were bringing up the whole concept of, the whole thing with Bill Krosky. He was going against the Giants. It's like going against I don't want to call them a high school team, but it's a high school team compared to a pro team when it comes to the Packers. They will shut you down. They are a very good run defense, overall good defense as a whole. And they didn't even have Parsons out on every play. Parsons was in on third downs and pass rush situations. Like, he wasn't really out there for anything else. Once he does, that team is going to be scary. Commander, people that pretty much disappeared, Terry McLaurin, even with 9 targets. only had 5 catches for 48 yards. We had Debo with his touchdown. So did Zach Ertz get some garbage time as well. I mean, that's about it. This team, it's going to be a rough time. It's going to be a really rough go going forward against the Packers. Packers are pretty damn good.
Yep.
So.
Yep, I think so. And just big takeaways. For me, Debo's a wide receiver 1 going forward on that team.
Yep.
It's not really a slight against Terry. I mean, I think Jaden Daniels missed him on a couple of balls. Some of them are really well defended.
They were really low.
I hate to say unlucky, but I think he was unlucky going against a good defense and just a few balls that, sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't. They didn't hit today, but Debo seems like the guy who's going to get, like vintage Debo. He's going to get some rushing with Austin Eckler's injury. I think Debo's going to have 5 or 6 rushing touchdowns. I think he's going to get 30, 35 rushing yards a game. And it's the same cheat code that we like in our quarterbacks now at a wide receiver. I'm trading for Debo. I'm overpaying if I have to. I think he could legitimately be a top 20 or more, top 15 wide receiver at this pace, maybe higher. So I'm pretty in on Debo. On the other side, I actually expected more from Jacobs, to be honest.
Me too.
I was disappointed that I saw basically 0 explosive runs.
They were down on 2 O-linemen, so it made it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Like starting, like the tackle and guard were out, so it was hard for them to move the ball a little bit more. You saw little bits and pieces, but
yeah. My worry with Jacobs, I think his touchdowns are actually going to come down a little bit. If he has nothing explosive, it means they need to be within 5 yards. Otherwise, their passing game looks really good.
Yeah.
Love looks really good. And they have a bunch of deep threats. So it feels like they need to get tackled at the 1. Otherwise, it's like, so Jacobs is not just going to be always the volume back. He's going to get all the stuff, right? I think I got to move Jacobs down with how the team... Like, the Chiefs have always been a great team, but sometimes the running game just isn't there because they throw it in the red zone so often and get creative, and there's a shovel pass to Kittle or a Kelsey. And so Jacobs down a little bit for me. Golden, I think, is a buy window for me. Everyone keeps getting injured. They just missed him. Like, Golden did nothing wrong. He could have caught a touchdown, but it was kind of a hospital ball. He just needed to throw a better pass. There was some deep stuff where I felt like he was getting separation, getting open. I thought it was more love or just very good defense. 2 carries for 15 yards. I was seeing like, oh, he could be pretty special. And he clearly was like, Dobbs got a couple first downs for him. Yeah. But he's not going to win him a game. I think
he was
Golden could.
He was second in snaps for the wide receivers, right behind Dontavian Wicks. So they had him out there 48% of the time behind, Dobbs at 71. I mean, that's not bad at all. The more he gets on the field, the better he'll be. I agree with Jacobs to a point, but they're going to continue to try to give him a touchdown every week because they want to continue that streak. It's just going to happen. They're going to push until they get down to the red zone, and then they're going to hand it to him because they want him to get the ball, and get a touchdown.
This is the type of game he's going to have. He's going to have a lot of 70, 80 yards and a touchdown. Yeah. I just hate that he's not really involved in the passing game
100%
at all.
Yeah,
so it's going to be he's become Tony Pollard, but Pollard catches more passes. Yeah. So you've got to downgrade him because if he doesn't get in the end zone, I don't think you're having a good game with him.
And you're seeing Chris Brooks be the number 2 behind him.
He looked good in some of those passing game situations. So what I'm saying is I'm actually selling Josh Jacobs while the hype is on the team. If you can sell a player on a good team because you think they're going to be not the best piece on the team. I'm going to sell him for a windfall. I'm not taking nothing for him. But if you can sell high because people aren't looking at the granular data, I think Jacobs, if I can flip him for like JT or something, I would seriously consider it. Or Bucky who had a down game, something like that. That's Packers Commanders though. I'm going to have a long season as a Bears fan. Packers might win a Super Bowl. So it's a problem.
That's going to be a problem. So let's get into your guys' questions. I see a bunch in the chat. I do have some injury news and stuff we can go over, but we're going to go through that throughout the night because you guys are going to have a lot of questions in general based on those guys. So we'll, if we have a little bit of a break, we'll give you guys some of that news. But for now, let's start with Andre. What's going on, Andre? He goes, start Olave or Ridley, full PPR.
Easy for me, easy Olave.
Interesting. Okay, why Olave? Why so bullish?
Kellen Moore, pretty much entirely Kellen Moore. They threw the ball a lot more than I thought they would in a one-score game, let alone when it was even closer. There's just way more passes than I expected them to throw, way higher pace of play than I expected him to go. The fact that Kamara was not the dump off, and it was we're gonna pepper Olave. I mean, 13 targets.
Yeah,
Who else had more targets than him on the week? I mean, not many players in the entire NFL had more targets than Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's not just a high targets. That almost led the NFL in targets in a one-score game with a terrible quarterback, right? So I think the Kellen Moore offense has always been wide receiver friendly. I think we're going to continue to see that. So
I agree.
I think we were expecting Olave to like, oh, is he even the one? Is the team going to be abysmal? Yeah, I mean, they weren't good, but full PPR is the question, right? So if he can go 6 or 7 for 10 and his ADOT's still okay, it wasn't like he was getting 20 yards on those targets. I think he's way more consistent. Ridley, I do like Ridley. I just think it's way easier to bracket and attack Ridley with a rookie quarterback who just, I'm not saying the quarterback for the Saints is that much better.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there's a difference between, I've actually had some more NFL practices. I'm a little more comfortable. He's had some bad games and it's fine. You know, Cam Ward has the pressure of, the number 1 overall pick. There's just a lot of pressure. He's going to face some defenses that he's not used to the NFL yet. And I think Ridley could suffer. I like Ridley a little more in half PPR. I hate to use that, like that comp a little bit, but, and also Ridley is good, but, Iomanor had 8 targets. I think he actually out targeted or shared targets with Ridley. I think they both had 8 possibly.
They both had 8.
Yeah, I think they both
Oh
had
no,
8,
it was 8. It was 8-7.
8-7. I'm not anti-Ridley at all. You got to pick one, right? I'm just saying, Andre, I'm picking Olave because 13 targets and a Kellen Moore up-tempo offense. That's the tiebreaker for me. I mean, they're both pretty close. I also just sort of think Olave is a more talented wide receiver and always has been from day one in the NFL. His injuries are only affect him after. He's not injured. He doesn't have a hamstring or a soft tissue. I don't know what he's going to be like in 20 years, but for right now, he's a better player than Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you here with Chris Olave. I mean, it's hard to not look at the 13 targets that he had. I mean, in this case, it was 13 targets to 7 catches, 8. And then for Calvin Ridley, it was 8 for 4. So I mean, it's pretty it's pretty even overall. But
they get the same stat line almost.
that was my whole point. I mean, they pretty much have the same type of scenario where the quality of target they're getting from both guys is pretty low because both guys are not. Cam Ward is. Everyone can hype him up all he wants. He's not that good. he's still getting used to the NFL game. He's still trying to do what he's got to do. Spencer Rattler is nothing special either. The game against the 49ers, I mean, that game currently is 40 and a half with Titans game is 41 and a half. Like it's 1 point difference right there. I like the Rams defense a little bit better. Their corners are a little bit better. I'm going to aim more for Olave to do better at home in a dome. I'd prefer that. So I'm going to go with Chris Olave here.
Oh, yeah, the dome narrative too. Good call.
Yeah, I'll take the dome narrative when the other team isn't.
When we're splitting hairs.
When I'm splitting hairs, I find one
thing. The
thing.
better the question, the tighter the question, the better your team, the more it's going to be a splitting of the hairs, right?
And that's the hair for me.
It's going to be the get too drunk and flip a coin, but like that's not playing fantasy football. You at least want to try to find I think this thing here that I'm looking at will be the what matters more than the other things. And you got to make the call to be right. So each of us are kind of calling it for different reasons, but that's fantasy. Make a call.
I mean, and they have the same receiving line too. Like I'm looking at it, it's 52 and a half.
Yeah, the Vegas line is like it's just right there. So
I'm just like 52 and a half and 54 and a half for Ridley. I mean, it's 2 points for one another. You're definitely flipping a coin. I get why you have the question. I'm still sticking with Olave. Will, what's going on, Will? Great to see you today. He goes DeAndre Swift or Dave Montgomery, full PPR.
Full PPR.
This one's a crazier one because they're facing each other. Detroit's favored by 6.5 right now. Great game to pick from, so I'm pretty happy overall.
Yeah, this one's a tough one for me. You want to take it first? Or you want me to take a run at it? What do you want?
Yeah, I know this is a little tougher for you. For me, I'm probably leaning DeAndre Swift. Just because of the amount of usage he got last week. I mean, his snap share was incredible. They targeted him on passes. He didn't look efficient. You're going to see probably like a 20 and 60 stat line, unfortunately. But Lions can be beat on the ground. I'm not really too worried at this point. Swift is solid, and he looked good in his first. He looked okay. He didn't look great. But they used him in the passing game. If they're down, they're going to be checking down a lot. And if Detroit's favored by 6.5, and that line went up since Tuesday, went from 4.5 to 6.5. I'm pretty good with that.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but
yeah. Look, I got to agree with you. I think Montgomery's the better NFL player, probably always has been.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's a snap share situation
100%.
potentially. Like I know Gibbs had to be in the game a lot more last week narrative wise. It's why he still had 10 targets.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit I'm not concerned for David Montgomery. It's just if I have to pick between the two, Swift is going to have a massive snap share advantage, probably 20% over David Montgomery. So if David Montgomery doesn't score a touchdown, I think DeAndre Swift probably outscores him. And I think the chances David Montgomery scores a touchdown is less than 50%. So by that logic, I just want whoever has more opportunities. And also there's the fourth quarter. Do I want David Montgomery running out the clock against Chicago, or do I want DeAndre Swift catching passes on the comeback? I want the pass catcher that is okay at catching passes on the comeback in full PPR. So give me DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I mean, you saw him in on pretty much every play. He was out there. Where's my numbers? Wait a minute. Oh, there you are. 81% of the time. I mean, that's incredible. In this particular case, I definitely want DeAndre Swift.
You're not going to feel me. You're not going to hear me arguing, right? The only thing you're going to hear me arguing with is I hate that the narrative, the tiebreaker for me is the Bears are going to be behind in this game. So I want the pass catcher. So yeah. Let's just keep drinking and keep talking. Let's keep doing it, man. Should we switch to whiskey? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So Andrew Hernandez, what's going on, Andrew? Great to have you here tonight. Half PPR, Kamara or ETN?
Wow.
That's a good one.
I haven't encountered this one. I got 2 billion lineups. I haven't come across this one yet.
I have not either, but I do right now currently have ETN ranked higher at 17. I have Kamara at 19. I like the matchup slightly better with Cincinnati, just from what we saw last week, with the Browns. And, and it's more just because they involve ETN in the passing game, and he was very involved overall. He looked good. No more, Tank Bigsby, or no more Bigsby behind him. I mean, that's not that's not much. He still got Newton behind him, but he still has the ability to get a good amount of touches in this game. Kamara is all by himself, so I mean that's the only caveat. But it's a little bit of I don't want to call it a tougher matchup. It's just going to be one of those games that it's hard to tell what this game is going to be, because the 49ers are down right now. Mac Jones, if you don't already know, is going to be starting. They're banged up at wide receiver, but they're getting back maybe Juwan Jennings, who has a shoulder injury, who came back just today, to practice. So he's questionable at this point. There's a lot going on with this game that makes me unsure. The only good part is it's 1:00, so we have a little bit more clarity on what's going to go, and you can come back on Sunday. Sunday drop. Got it. But
shameless promo.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to lean ETN here.
I am going to agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. Cheers. Get in there. Cincinnati Bengals defense, I want to get drunk and watch people score a lot of points on you. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I want points in that game, too. It's 49-point over-under for that particular game. For the other game, it's only 40. So I want to be a little bit more involved in the Jags game than I do in the 49er game. So
yeah, it's a 2 quick take thing for me. It's until I see the dump offs to Kamara. That was his whole value premise. It's not there right now. I got to see
What's up, Albert?
And Etienne is a good back. Looked good. We just got rid of some other snaps, and he's attacking one of the league's worst defenses. It's just a wheels up ETN situation. If Kamara comes back and gets 8 catches on 10 targets, it's like we'll reevaluate. But until I see it, I haven't seen it. So give me ETN.
Yeah, I mean, he still carried 61% of the snaps while he was in, and Bigsby only had 21. If anything, you're switched, and then they had Allen at 14 and Tuden at 6. So I mean, it's one of those things where maybe Allen gets the ball a little more. Which I didn't even think he would be in the conversation. Everyone was going towards Tuten. So, the Kamara, I understand 79% of the snaps. No one really behind him. So I get it, but I'm going ETN. I just want the game that has more points. Andrew then goes,
You got to take this one.
This one hurts my soul.
You got to take this one.
So
I
what
got
do
the
you
next
think
one,
about-
by the way. Yeah.
I know. I see it. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Tyrone Tracy going forward? It hurts because my bold prediction this year was going to be that he was going to be a top 15 running back. Slightly upset about that because I don't see it. Giants line is okay. They're not utilizing him as good as I thought. Washington wasn't great, but they held him pretty well. They have a good front seven, and if we can't get past that front seven, Dallas isn't any that much better, but we could maybe do something, but it's going to be tough. We have one of the roughest schedules moving forward. We have the toughest schedule in the NFL. So I have to pull back a little bit on Tyrone a little bit. I really do like him as he's a solid low end RB2 for me at this point. I've had to kind of lower my expectations with him.
5 targets, right? 3 for 5?
I believe so. I have to
Inefficient 3 for 5, but still, he was 3 for 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, at least he's getting those. I mean, Russ looks like garbage. It's scary to see how he
is that
played.
The real question? Is this not a Tracy question? Is this
it is, but
is this a Tracy?
It's the collective.
Well, you so let me ask you. Let me Andrew Hernandez. Let me step in. Let me help you out here. I'm gonna get to this. Get to the bottom of this. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna split the takes into 2. I'm gonna force you to pick. Okay. Let's say Dart takes over and is better. The offense is 15% better. Everything's great. This is all hypothetical world. Okay. Do you think in a better offensive ecosystem, or just Russ is better? I don't care. Whatever you want to make it. If the offense is a little bit better, because the whole thing was trash, right? The whole running back room was not good. Is Tracy, was he bad, or was it a bad situation and he can overcome it if the overall offense gets better? Or do you think you're going to face a lot of decent teams? You're going to be playing from behind, and he's not necessarily the pass catcher that you need him to be in order to be super meaningful. So is it the team or is it Tracy? Is he a Browns running back, basically? Is it one of those he could be great in Dynasty, but I'm just not
74% of the snaps.
That was beautiful. Yeah.
He's out there on every play. There's just so many measurables that could show that he has the ability to do well. Just because he's out there, he's the main guy.
Man,
they don't
I
have
just realized him and we're gonna be in the same boat. Our teams are could be a little bit better. DeAndre Swift didn't look super good. Tracy didn't look super good.
That's the whole point. Like, you have the 2 of the same teams right now, and honestly, it's one of those things where I have Tracy currently ranked at 27 this week.
Okay.
Moving forward, like I said, low end 20. He's low end RB2 for me, and high end flex.
Should you be chasing an upside play at flex? Is he the I'm favored? I'll take the running back, but you should be looking okay. Let me give you 2 names that were popular off waiver wire. Quentin Johnston was one of the more popular waiver wire ads. So so crazy. Tyrone over him. Hollywood Brown if he was available.
Ooh.
Like rest of season.
Brown without rest of season.
Worthy's healthy next week.
Then Tracy.
Okay. J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey starts getting 50-50 snap share 2 weeks from now.
R.J. Harvey.
No. J.K. Dobbins I'm comparing to.
Then whatever. Broncos
Tracy,
running
sure.
back.
Okay. So we got some comparisons there. Okay. Jalen Warren in a weird 3-way split.
Oh, that's gross. I'd rather have Tracy. I mean,
I would too. I would too in that case.
And it's only because of what we saw with Arthur Smith last week and the way that they handle things. I mean, you guys were in the group chat with me. I was pretty much I was pissed every freaking time I'm seeing Kenneth Gainwell. I'm like, wait a minute. I get he's the number 2, but why is he out there more than Jalen Warren? And then all of a sudden, you see him score a touchdown. I'm like, it's fine. But I had him. It just didn't make any sense that his usage went down that much. But Jets were a solid run defense. They did well. I mean, Quentin Williams is one of the best in the middle. I mean, he is the brothers are fantastic.
Do you want Andrew to ask you again after next week?
Yeah, ask me next week. We'll see. We got 1 week. 1 week. Let's wait until next week. Alejandro, what's going on, man? Great to have you back. Thoughts on Kelsey going forward?
Villy, what's up? Best man at my wedding, by the way. The homie over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my dude. This is my dude right here. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on, brother?
I met him on a train in Chicago. We didn't know each other.
That's cool.
You shouldn't meet strangers on trains, but we did.
At least there wasn't a strangers on the train.
yeah, right. You couldn't do this anymore. We wouldn't meet today.
Wait, didn't that movie take place in Chicago?
I might have. It might have.
Anyway.
Man.
So
we'll
Kelsey going forward.
Thoughts on Kelsey going forward? I think he's like the clear like sell high while you can, because I think he's gonna have some pretty good weeks going forward out of necessity on the targets. I think we're gonna see that he has actual 0 yards after catch. Like, I think he's going to be like a Tyler Lockett, but way heavier. He's going to catch the ball, and he thinks he's going to be able to bowl over a defender, except he's been like hanging with Swift, and he's not been working out the way everyone else does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bury him. He's still talented. He's NFL smart. He's good at getting open. He understands
good at dropping
offense
into
at an
zone.
elite level, and that just never leaves you. But I do think physically, and also the O-line was a little bit shaky, and Mahomes doesn't have the time that he always does. I think he's going to have a good couple of games, but once Rashee Rice comes back with a healthy Worthy, I see him as Mark Andrews. I see his targets dropping way low because his separation
like the beginning of last year, Mark Andrews, or the end?
Well, you know how Mark Andrews, he had a lot of games last year where he'd go 3 for 4, 4 for 4, but he got in the end zone, and then he got in the end zone again and again. And when you score 10 points every single game all year, that actually makes you a top 4 tight end. It does.
Well,
but you don't look good doing it.
Well, beginning of the year last year, Andrews started with like those 0 games where he was not targeted at all, and then he had like a few, and then he increased. So, I mean, I kind of agree with you in that point. I think after week 7, he's pretty much, I don't want to say like gone to the dodo, but he's pretty much at the point where he's going to have less production. I think Kelsey's good for you for the next 5 weeks, and then we can reevaluate when Rice comes. But it's right on that cusp where I'm like, he's a low end tight end 1 that you can use. Would you use Ingram or Kelsey?
Like, so in those situations, I'm still just taking Kelsey. Like, we're talking about redraft, right? So when you just look at like,
would you take Strange or Kelsey?
Kelsey.
Okay. So what about Harold Fannin?
Kelsey.
Okay.
Fannon's a rookie. Rookie tight ends, just the math says like, unless they're like the dude.
No, I get it.
The math says either they're historically great.
You saw what Fannin did last week,
first
right?
or yeah, true, but they're in like a really weird situation where like, what I mean is like the team is just all over the place. They also gave Dylan Sampson 8 targets, right? Like they did some crazy stuff that no one predicted.
I mean, 9 targets, 9 catches.
Yeah.
Or no,
don't get me wrong. I liked him. I'm just at the situation where like I don't want to invest too heavily in the Cleveland Browns because we are comparing the Cleveland Browns offense.
Oh no, let's
to the Chiefs. So quarterback to quarterback, it's like it's not a fair fight. Who's going to throw more touchdowns, right? I want touchdowns, not yards at tight end. I'm not chasing yards at tight end because there's no tight end that gets enough yards for me to care. Yeah. It's usually a tight end offensive ecosystem situation. So give me Kelsey with the Mahomes chemistry. Because if your tight end's going to catch 5 or less passes, I want the better offense and I want the quarterback connection. You get that with Kelsey. I don't think you get that with the other sort of middling tight ends that have limited upside week to week. But it's a tight end question of like, well, you're not dropping him. You're going to play. Would you play someone over him in certain situations? The answer to that is absolutely. You just got to thread the needle because I think the later in the season it goes, the more you might want a second option because the floor could fall out with how old he is. Yeah. But he could just have an Andrews season too. Like, couldn't you see he's not good anymore, but Andrews wasn't good last year. Yeah. And he still scored enough points to be a startable every week tight end. That's how I see Kelsey. Sell if you can. He'll probably finish. I have him finishing as like tight end 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I was going to say I had him at the bottom of the bar. Yeah.
So some weeks Hunter Henry's going to outscore him. Sometimes he won't, but he'll be like a worse Zach Ertz. I don't know.
Fair enough. So follow Rob Thomas. First off, love the name. Love Rob Thomas. Full PPR.
You're a singer, Rob Thomas, right?
Yeah. Maxbox 20.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say it's Matchbox 20. Oh, man. I'm a 90s kid for sure.
Yeah, I know.
So,
yeah. That's all I listen to. I think one of my first albums that I ever bought. Full PPR. Full PPR. Tony Pollard or Travis Etienne.
Oh,
And I'm gonna
Etienne.
I'm strictly going off of the
It's the
matchup here.
Bengals, baby. Yeah, you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking, right? Yeah.
Well, it's the Rams. Rams are pretty good at stopping the run. They're actually a pretty good overall defense in general.
I'm starting them this week. A lot of places.
Yeah, I pretty much grabbed them in every league I could against
Rookie
them.
quarterback, signed
41 point over under. I mean, let's just stick to narrative street 49 points. Like you can't get away from that. You know, I wanna do that. So
love Tony Pollard, by the way, but dude,
yeah.
ETN Bengal. Come on, man. Let's get it.
So D Premier goes pick 2. So he got ahead in the chat a little bit, but he goes pick 2 in full PPR. Kenneth Walker. Waddle.
You gotta stop. You gotta have like the moments.
I had to think for a minute because I was just like, this is so gross for me.
Pearsall, best
I think we can
waivers.
both. I was gonna say we both can agree on Pearsall.
I gotta see if I'm playing depth this week before I give my place. He's a commissioner in a bunch of my leagues.
I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna be going.
Oh, I'm not playing this week.
I think I'm gonna go Waddle, and the only reason why I'm gonna go Waddle here, even though he just got off the injury report with his shoulder, a lot of shoulder injuries, a little weird. I'm still gonna go Waddle, and the reason why Christian Gonzalez is out again for the Patriots,
He hasn't
which is
practiced since how long? Like
last 3 weeks at least.
Yeah.
And honestly, I like the matchup there where they, even if they're down, because they're right now their stat line has them up, having favored by 2.5. I think this will be a favorable matchup in Miami. I'm gonna go with Waddle. So Waddle and Pearsall.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with Waddle as well. I can't really explain the Kenneth Walker thing.
I can't
get what happened.
I
My theory is that the on and off practice, it was a little bit of load management plus the foot thing. Like Mixon might be out for the season with a foot thing. Foot is kind of important to a running back, like correlation there.
Who? You said Mixon?
Yeah, Mixon's got a foot thing.
Remember, yeah, but we're not talking about Mixon.
No. Totally get that. But Kenneth Walker's thing, he's dealing with a foot thing. He was on and off camp all the time, right? He was missing practice. Charbonnet is a great running back, and Charbonnet
should have been
not missing practice, right? So this could be a thing of when you're a decent team and you've got 2 very good players, one of them isn't practicing and is kind of hobbled, but you love him. If you can afford starting, like it's a running back, it's not wide receiver, right? So it's like you can definitely give the other guy as many touches as you want to. It's like it's easy to do, right? So I think that was maybe the thing. And until I see a healthy Kenneth Walker doing his thing, and I need to see it at this point, I'm not going to start him until I see it.
Me neither. Well, I have to in some scenarios, but
fair.
He is currently. I think they finally figured it out because you see for the last like 2 years, Walker and/or Charbonnet has gotten like an 80% freaking touch while they're out on the field. Like the offense ran through them. And then you see them just getting beat up. It's to the point where they're like, oh, we have a really good back behind us. Let's just go 50-50 and it's fine. That's essentially, I think, what's going on in this particular scenario. I mean, he got out-snapped for 58-40 last week.
He also just looked bad. Like I watched the game because I'm a pretty big Kenneth Walker.
He didn't look great
this year, and
I was a truther too, but he didn't look great.
Yeah,
he didn't look fantastic.
Good, so. There's gonna be a lot of tiebreakers this week where I'm like, if they didn't look good in week 1, I want to see it first. I think the NFL has enough parity where you can say, hey, week 1, the game script didn't go right, things were weird. I'll take that player over I think you could have just been better while watching you play, and that has me like not forever concerned, but I want to see it first, and I'm going to make that a tiebreaker. So Waddle isn't questionable. He's a full go. He is going to play. Tyreek Hill's an alien. I don't know what's going on with him. Who knows what the investigations? You can't comment on Tyreek Hill. None of us know. We just know their stuff. Miami, as Victorious brings up down here, I don't know that they're completely dead yet. I mean, you can have a bad week. Okay, you can definitely have a bad week and things can recover. The Bengals do this literally every year. So for that, give me Waddle. If I see a couple more bad games of Waddle, we'll go from there. But he's got a real opportunity. He's still talented. Apparently, he's healthy. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They can recover.
Yeah. I think we're going to both agree here. It's Kenneth Walker or Monty. What's going on, John? Great to see you back. Non-PPR. I think we're going to both go Monty. I just don't think I'm in a boat where I pretty much I made the choice yesterday. Dumb choice. It's another league. It's like my wife's league. And I was like, yeah, why not? Kenneth Walker over, I put Bill in. Now, I did that just as a see what happens type scenario. If I win, great. If I don't, whatever. But I wanted to see what happened. And I was at the point where I'm starting to put Kenneth Walker in that flex position instead of the RB2. And I'm like, well, I like my other options just a little bit, just from what I saw from week 1. We'll have to wait and see. He's not droppable yet. He's just somebody that you should be holding on to for the time being. But Monty for both of us. It is just clear. Albert goes Hollywood Brown or DJ Moore, full PPR. This one's a fun one. I like this question. I know Kendall doesn't, but
no, I do. I like it because I think it demonstrates.
It makes you think.
No, this one is the easiest I've had to answer so far. Actually, this is a slam dunk Hollywood Brown. Easy. Okay,
super interesting. Yeah, no, I'm leaning Hollywood. I like the matchup a little bit better. They're going to be down. Most likely 47 points over under at this point, 1.5. They're being underdogs in this game. They had to pepper them. We already know Xavier Worthy is not playing. He's doubtful. So Worthy's out of the question. It's back to what they had. They're going to get Juju a little bit more involved, of course. They're going to try to maybe get Kelsey involved a little more, but at the end of the day, Hollywood is the lead guy. He's going to be going probably against Quentin Mitchell. That's my only downside to this. Lions don't scare me in the air. So I don't hate DJ Moore in this game, but Caleb looked like I'm sorry. Caleb didn't look great.
Don't apologize, man.
He looked good in the beginning. He was, scrambling like a fiend. And I thought they had a good O-line, and they're just not there yet. And I always give
we got a good defense at least, kind of.
Defense.
I actually like the defense. We look good.
No, well, and you're getting Jalen Johnson back, so that's a huge upgrade for you guys. So I mean, at this point, I think I'm going to lean Hollywood as well. I don't like this. I don't like how we keep on agreeing. I kind of want to have one of those arguments, but we haven't gotten there yet.
We'll find one. We'll find one for sure.
We'll make sure you guys. Make sure you guys are throwing those questions in the chat. If you want your question answered right away, make sure you guys throw us a super chat. But we will be answering your questions. Just keep throwing them in there. That's why we're here. Answer your questions. So follow Rob Thomas comes back and goes, what do we do with this Cleveland tight end scenario?
Well, there's like two questions here, right? There's the what should I be thinking about so I can make the appropriate moves later? That's a mental exercise. We can get into there, but we're mostly doing a drink and chill, worry about this week's stream. So we're not going to get too crazy rest of season. And also we got to see week 2 first. I think this is pretty simple. In my rankings, David Njoku is very clearly above Fannin. I like Fannin, but we saw this last year with Likely, right? Players can pop. And I think Fannin's a better tight end than Likely. I mean, I had to scout Fannin a lot because I wanted to draft a lot of tight ends. I had a billion third-round picks in Dynasty this year, so I got to take all of the tight ends, literally. But in case it was between two, I had to figure out Ferguson, Arroyo, Fannin. And the guy had just the most nuts production I've ever seen. And honestly, his film didn't look good. I don't know if you scouted Fannin, but his film did not look good. I could not figure out why he was so good because he didn't look good on the actual tape. It had to be a camera angle thing, but rookie tight ends just don't usually do it. They don't break out. I don't think a rookie tight end has ever had anything close to, I don't have this stat, but I'm confident enough in just banking my fantasy football career on this and saying no team that was projected to be a bottom 3 or worse offense has ever had a breakout rookie tight end ever. It just, how does that even happen? How does one of the worst offenses in the NFL have a breakout tight end rest of season?
No.
at tight end. Like, it would have to be the actual 1-of-1 for it to happen. It would have to be enough offense and enough snap share and enough injuries. It has to be all the things.
A lot of things have to fall into place.
I like Fannin. I think he'll be good. But if you're asking me to compare him to the starter, who was a lot of people's like guys that they think he's a better pass catcher than Judy on the team, I'm pumping the brakes a little bit. I'm picking up Fannin, but I'm not just like shoving him in there right away saying like, oh, here we go. At wide receiver, running back, I will go there. I will not go there at tight end just yet. It requires a lot of, you have to know a lot of things at tight end to just get all the snaps. He was on the field. He was on the field as a weapon. I think he'll be off the field for other things here and there, and it will just hurt him a little bit. Pump the brakes on Fannin for a week or two.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, they were both on the field pretty much for more than 75% or 70% of the time they were out there.
It wasn't just 12 personnel; they did 13 personnel.
They did a lot of 3 tight end sets, and they're trying to get the ball around. I mean, they're still trying to get their feet wet. Remember, first 4 weeks of the NFL season is essentially the first the first 4 weeks of the NFL season is preseason. You have to really, I've had the mental thought process that this is what it is. None of the starters do anything in the first 3 weeks in those preseason games. Those are all evaluating rookies, evaluating team starts and where they want to fit people. They're in for a series. This is where preseason starts. This is where everybody is still kind of getting to know what they have and figuring out who works well with what, going against the ones. And there's a lot to figure out. I'm going to have Njoku ranked above Fannin at all times. It's just not going to happen for me to be able to move him into a top 10 position. It's just not going to happen. He's a tight end 2 to me. Yeah. And if you want to keep on playing him as a tight end 1, be my guest. Tight ends didn't really take a big hit except for Brock Bowers. If you're down with Brock Bowers, to be honest, you shouldn't be playing Fannin. You should already have grabbed Michael Mayer. And if you didn't grab Mayer, I'm telling you now to do it, because you should. Because he did not practice for 2 days, and we still got Saturday. He said he was feeling great after the game. I don't believe everything that people say. So yeah, I'm cooling my jets on the Cleveland tight ends right now. We'll wait and see. So
gotta be BTJ.
How do you say this?
Anuj?
What's going on, man?
Anuj D.
I might call you D. So I'm assuming you meant Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, I think that's BTJ.
Yeah, I think it's BTJ or Mbuka. Let's not get cute here. It's Brian Thomas Jr. until further notice.
And the matchup. Oh my God.
Well, the matchup too. But
if you're ever going to start him, the guy could have 50 points this week.
They could, and honestly, they're going to have to get him more involved. They clearly saw that they weren't getting him involved. They got to find ways to get him open. And Mbuka had a great game. Not going to take that away from him. I have questions about Mbuka as well. The game against the Texans is not going to be a crazy easy one either. 42-point over under, or 42.5 point over under. I like Mbuka, but here's my question. Here's my tough question, because this to me is an easier question. So BTJ clear for both of us, right?
A clear BTJ? Yeah, this is a clear BTJ.
Yeah, we don't even have to discuss it. I'm going to throw another name out instead of BTJ.
All right.
Tyreek Hill.
I'll take both of these guys over Tyreek Hill.
Thank you for answering my question. Because it makes sense. No, I've been struggling with that question in my head. I'm not even going to lie. I mean, it's crazy. It's
at a minimum crazy. To start Tyreek almost anywhere. I also need to see better Tua. Because Tua's fully healthy.
First off,
fully healthy, and Tua used to be matchup proof. Tua was the guy who could still throw an accurate ball.
Did you hear Did you see the interview with Kellen Moore, or not Kellen Moore, Kenny Moore at the end of the game?
No, I don't think so.
So, or in the press conference or whatever, after the game, he pretty much was just like, "Yeah, we knew what Tua likes to do. He likes to go to his first read because he likes to get the ball out quick. So we pretty much just took away his first read every time." And I was just like, yeah, you did, because it scared the living crap out of him. You could see it. But at the same time, their O-line isn't built for that. I told you guys all off season, O-line matters. That O-line has not been together for a minute. And Tyron Armstead was the freaking cornerstone to that, and he's out. So we're retired.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's move forward. Let's get into Michael Goldfield. What's going on, Michael? Great to have you here. He says Javonte Williams or Travion Henderson.
Ooh.
I'm probably gonna have Travion.
Jaden
ranked a
Blue
little
is Jaden
higher.
Blue. We got status on Jaden Blue yet?
Jaden Blue is.
He's out, right?
No, wow. He was a healthy scratch last week. They only played Myers Sanders and Javonte last week. I have them back to back. I have them at 22-23, and I'm gonna play Javonte over Henderson.
I'm playing Henderson. Going big.
Okay.
I'll throw a caveat. If I'm favored in the matchup, I'm going Javonte.
Yeah. I want to be conservative.
I need to be
I'm
very favored though. It doesn't need to be like close. I need to I'm not looking at the sleeper projections. I'm looking at how I see the game and its potential range of outcomes and saying how often does he have some pop-offs that I need to counteract? Otherwise, I don't have a shot. Javonte, I don't think is going to score 20 fantasy points more than once the rest of the season. Probably, maybe twice.
I'm just taking it because of the matchup. Both matchups are good.
Both matchups are good. They're good. I'm not gonna disagree. I just don't think Javonte needs to get into the end zone even on a good matchup. I think.
Patriots historically have not done great going to Miami, and
yeah, it's not this Miami.
Well,
this Miami, I don't think has much of a prayer. I don't know. I think.
They get the advantage of the heat and everything. It's just
I'll put it as I think the chances that Henderson just has one play like RJ Harvey plus the rest of the production. I think
way higher.
I think Henderson can get to 12 fantasy points without a touchdown significantly, infinitely easier than Javonte. Okay, so if I take that in a vacuum, I need Javonte to score a touchdown in order to outscore Henderson. And I'm just saying that I think on average, if I'm at the end of the year and I'm looking back through 17 games of Javonte Williams, I don't think I'm going to have 9+ touchdowns from Javonte. I don't think he's going to have a touchdown in 50+% of his games. I don't see that happening. So I'm going to take if a touchdown. I could see it against the Giants, but it's when I'm taking the pure when Vegas likes to put here's a hot guy you like.
They're favored by
0.5%, 0.5 line on the receiving or rushing touchdown line. Yeah. Everyone wants to take the over. I'm going to consistently win money and take the under because it usually doesn't happen. I'm going to take Henderson because if neither of them scores a touchdown, Henderson outscores him. And I'm going to take the field that Javonte doesn't get in the end zone, even in a good matchup, because the Giants have a better D-line than they're giving credit for.
So my whole thing, Michael, you didn't clarify if it was full PPR or not. I'm assuming it's full. We always
half PPR, fine. Half PPR.
I was just going to say when in doubt, we're always going to assume it's going to be full if you guys don't say it, but we would prefer if you did. But in this particular case, I'm gonna just lean Javonte if it's anything half or less. I'm going to lean Henderson if it's full because it just makes more sense to play him with full.
The median difference has to be 3 catches. If I were to set a Vegas line,
probably
that's 1.5 points for swing for free in Henderson's favor.
Yeah, but I like Javonte. I like Javonte's situation. Dallas up by 5.5, 44-point over/under at home. Yeah. I like I just like it better. Henderson on the road going into a team, and into a stadium.
Snapshot might be so rough.
Well,
honestly,
and I was going to say
Henderson
Javonte
if Miami loses the game, Henderson still catches. So
we'll
have to see.
Javonte had 77% of the snaps last week in a game that they were in it for most of it. So I mean I'm going to stick with Javonte here. So Rafi, what's up, Rafi? He goes, what are the odds that Shanahan turns Mac into an actual usable? You want to know something funny?
High.
Very high. I remember when he was drafted, and I remember the whole conversation about Trey Lance or him. And I remember them going, oh, the 49ers did their trade to get Mac Jones. I remember the conversations for that second pick overall. Mac Jones was the thought. He finally gets Mac Jones. And I think that this is going to be a really good situation. We saw what he could do with BTJ, different offense, but I think in a Shanahan offense, I think he has the ability to be able to do that, especially with guys like Christian McCaffrey, Ricky Purcell. I think it's going to be a fun scenario. Really do. I'm really excited to watch what happens.
I think the chances that he outscores Bo Nix are really high.
Interesting.
Mostly because I just don't like Bo Nix, and I got to pick a target, and I'm drinking just enough that I get to pick on all the guys I don't like. So can we get a Nico Collins take so I can absolutely dunk on everybody?
No,
man.
Please no. So pick one in a full PPR guillotine league from follow Rob Thomas. He goes Austin.
Okay.
So Calvin Austin or Darnell Mooney.
Is it too soon to answer this? Like, Mooney's health is really up in the air here.
Shoulder off the injury report.
I mean, it's literally one of those injuries. Shoulders.
I don't disagree, man. I agree with you.
He could be out of the game in warmups.
They both said they were good to go. Everyone's good to go for Sunday Night Football.
Oh boy. I'm going Calvin Austin.
You know what?
I don't trust Mooney yet. I like Mooney as a player so much better. No one's given me like any confidence that Mooney's going to have like a 40% snap share. Like, Mooney could be healthy and be out there for they could Keenan Allen him. He could be out there for 3 snaps.
Honestly, I like Austin a little bit better. I like the matchup overall against the Seahawks. And the reason why I like it is because he's a small dude. And hear me out. Both their corners with Worley and Witherspoon, they're both pretty big. They're like 6'1", like 200 pounds.
Witherspoon's a little banged up too, right?
Yeah. So Austin is very quick and very he's a great route runner, and he's just very shifty. I like Austin just a smidge more. Just because I think Aaron Rodgers trusts him a little bit more.
And he's savvy. You don't think Rodgers is savvy enough to throw like 3
that's my whole
passes
point.
to DK and all of a sudden, whoops.
That's my point. I like Calvin a little bit more. So follow Rob Thomas. He goes full PPR, Pickens, Hill, or Odunze. We're going to pick one.
Rome. Coming from behind in a matchup that you can attack the secondary, I'm going Rome. I want to go Pickens. I can't go there yet, though. I haven't seen it. I can't yet until I've seen it. And I know Rome is the first time the Bears got into the red zone. And by the way, we could have walked it in with a rushing quarterback or a rush play. What'd they do? They dialed up a Rome with about 1,000 yards of separation in all directions. Yeah. Ben Johnson's play in the red zone is we're going to give it to Rome because I don't trust anybody else. Swift, you're inefficient. I don't trust you. And Caleb, you can fuck this up so bad that Rome will still catch it because he's just that good. And I know I'm a Rome truther, but I'm really I watched the game, and we were 2 yards into the end zone and we dialed one up for Rome, and we typically do. And I've watched every snap, every Bears game for a long time. Yep. And I saw it last year too, where you get in the red zone and Caleb Williams' first touchdown pass of his career. Who was it to? It was to Rome, right?
I like Rome.
To Rome. Literally Rome's second game in the NFL. They were throwing 1st and goal touchdown passes to him. He's a red zone weapon. He's a Mike Evans red zone weapon. And I just don't trust the other guys. So that's kind of my tiebreaker. I think Caleb is atrocious. I'm terrified to say a Bear. I feel this much I have to explain this much because I feel like if I don't prove that Rome is better, you're going to hit me with but it's the Bears and Caleb and you're going to win.
So this is gross. I have George Pickens at 30. I have George Pickens at 30, Rome at 33, and Tyreek at 34. They're so close to one another in this particular scenario. I want to say Pickens in the back. My heart of heart. Well, actually, in my head wants to say Pickens because it just, I keep looking at it and I'm like, Giants defense, pass rush is good, but they haven't been doing what they need to. The secondary is horrible except for the safety. He's a deep ball guy. And then you just gave me all the things that made me want a Dunze. And I'm like, and then my heart just wants a Dunze because Hill's out of the question for me until further notice. I think I'm going to go with Dunze as well. I hate saying that too.
It's close though. That one's close. I wouldn't fault you.
G, what's going on, G? What up, G? Kendrick Miller or DJ Giggins? The fact that you have this question makes me
16 teamer. Let's go.
Yeah, I was gonna say this makes me feel sad. And
this is 16 team
wow.
double flex at its
Yeah,
finest. Wow. I'm in 2 of them, and this is a real thing that comes up in your second flex.
Yeah, I'm not in too many.
You often start a handcuff running back in your flex because you purely need the touchdown outside because the wide receivers at that point are projected for 2 to 3 points, and you literally need touchdown upside and injury narrative upside. And give me Kendra here. I love DJ Giddens in Dynasty, but Kendra they set him up to like, this is the like Kamara flies off into the sunset by like week 14 and they see what they got in Kendra. They need to see what they have in Kendra.
Oh,
DJ's not going to get on the field enough.
Yeah, I was just going to say
Daniel Jones doesn't dump off and doesn't pass to the running back in third downs either.
That too. But I will give one caveat. The whole thing with JT's necks are not. I mean, he practiced all week. He was full. There was no question about it. He's playing. I'm gonna go Kendrick Miller. God damn, I hate saying that too because it's gross.
It makes it easy because like Kamara wasn't super special. So, the team has to do something. So
I'm gonna answer this one first because it's the easiest. Kendall is clearly the Bears fan. I am clearly the Giants fan. For those that can't see, that's a Mark Bavaro jersey behind me. He's got a good old David Montgomery, and is that
Gale Sayers, baby?
Sayers. And of course, you can't be a Bears fan without a Mike Ditka shirt. So I don't blame you there. Don't blame me.
I got Team USA in the corner, by the way. You can't see it off screen. But I got Team USA soccer over there.
I have
didn't fit.
I have my Taylor jersey too. I don't just not have, I have many. That's a signed Lawrence Taylor thing right there. I got Taylor right up there. Tons of Taylor. Anyway, Jason Dyke, what's going on, brother? He goes full PPR. Who should I start for my RB2? Kenneth Walker or Travion Henderson? I think we both agree it's Henderson.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of, we've
get
already
some handy in there, baby. Let's go.
We've kind of talked Kenneth Walker to a little bit to nauseum, but at the same time, I get it. I get.
We don't know enough. We got to see it first, though. One week at a time. We're playing poker. We got one hand at a time here, and that's where we're gonna go.
So Rafi goes half point PPR. Chris Olave or Hampton. This is a tougher one, I think, for both of us. I'm gonna lean Hampton. Half point PPR gives the edge to Hampton. The only caveat that I have is that they did have reports out that they're going to upgrade Najee a little bit to, be a little bit more involved. We don't know how much involved that's going to be, but if it's more than the 18% that he had last week, that could eat into Hampton a little bit, but the matchup's better against the Raiders. They're favored by 3.5, 46.5 point over under. I like that matchup a little more, even though the other game is it's lower. It's 40. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to Hampton.
Yeah, look. If Hampton has like a 40% snap share to the starter 60, and it's not there, I'll change course after game 2. I'm expecting a better game 2 than game 1 personally. Just the way they used him in game 1, I felt like wasn't quite appropriate. I think they even figured it out, but it was like they didn't use him well. But I watched every second of those runs. He looked explosive. He looked strong. It took 2 defenders to tackle him on 100% of those runs. One guy, if that was it, if it was the end zone or that guy, he would score a touchdown on every single touch. I watched a bad game for Omari and Hampton, and I thought
it was good. Yeah,
he's really good at football, though. Yeah. I just felt like you're giving him the. I was doing this. I was doing the. They're probably going to run on this play because everybody and their sister who has never watched football thinks they're going to run on this play because they're supposed to run on this play. Oh, dive left. Guess what? 5 yards, not even 4, 5 yards. Like they never gave him anything somewhat nuanced, somewhat interesting. God forbid we bounce it outside one time. Like it was all boring stuff. The year that David Johnson was like, I hate Cliff Kingsbury because if we run down the middle one more time, Cliff, one more time, I will ship you to Singapore. I'll pay for the ticket. So I'm going to go Hampton. I think better things. I'm a homer though, so be careful. Like this is like a weird pick where like Hampton's great, but he had a bad week and he's got competition.
I like
Olave
him.
is good on a terrible team. It's like it's a
Yeah.
weird combination. Touchdown upside is also significantly higher on a significantly better offense at the position that scores the most touchdowns. So that's a big swing for me.
The points are the other thing for me. 46-point over under for
Yeah,
the
that's good
Chargers
too.
game. I want to be a little bit more in that.
Bowers could
6
be
points.
out. We could be running the entire third and fourth quarter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we're thinking the same thing.
So we got Nino in the house. What's going on, Nino? I'll get to you in 2 seconds.
Good to see
Don't worry.
Nino, man. Regular on the show, man.
Yeah, I love it. We got Rafi again going Kincaid or Hawkinson here.
Kincaid. I don't think we're gonna have the passing volume in Minnesota quite yet. Rookie quarterbacks tend to favor their first read when their first read's never not open despite coverage. I think it's going to be tough for Hawkinson to catch passes from this particular quarterback. I don't think they got the chemistry. I wanted them to have chemistry in week 1 because of the Addison suspension, right? You thought that they would maybe bracket or double cover. Maybe they would do what we thought they would do, which is just take away the first option and we'll go to Hawkinson. It just didn't. I'm going to downgrade Hawkinson enough because the chemistry just wasn't there immediately. And Kincaid caught 4 passes. Let's pump the brakes. I mean, Kincaid caught 4 passes in a game that was 41-40. You have me in the right place at the right time. But I will take I want higher leverage plays. Hawkinson could go 6 for 7 and Kincaid could outscore him on another 4 catches. I don't like it when one tight end could catch half the balls and still outscore them because of the offense and the efficiency of the targets. Give me Kincaid because you get the combination of a floor with the points per game and ceiling because of the touchdown opportunities and the fact that he's probably the best red zone weapon they have outside of Cook.
I'm probably going to lean Kincaid too, and it's really more the quarterback for me. JJ did not impress me much. I understand they got the win, all that, like good for them. I was not impressed overall of what he did. I think a lot of it was just, I don't want to call it luck, but a lot of it had to do with that. Kincaid has the better quarterback, less options that he's competing with. I mean, Keon Coleman doing fine, Shakir fine, and Joshua Palmer is getting involved, which is fantastic. But Kincaid, I think overall is a better choice. I don't mind Hawkinson, but they couldn't even get JJ going. Like they couldn't even move the ball with JJ. This is a good matchup for both teams in the context of, Hawk's going to be going against Jesse Bates or Justin Simmons, who are both very good, very, very good safeties. Kincaid is going to be going against, I don't even remember the safeties anymore because they have scrambled so many for the Jets. So I like the matchup a little bit better for Kincaid. I'm going to go Kincaid, even though I have Hawk ranked higher. Nino goes in full PPR. We go in Harvey or Pacheco versus Philly.
Yeah, gross is right. That is gross.
That is gross. I'm probably going to lean. I'm going to lean Harvey, and it's only by a little bit. Like that's my gut.
I'm trying hard not to agree with you.
Yeah.
But okay.
Here's
my tiebreaker.
3 points higher.
My tiebreaker is Pacheco is still a timeshare running back. Until someone shows me that Kareem Hunt doesn't have a 40+% snap share. It's a full timeshare. I need to see Pacheco at 65% of the snaps. I need to see Pacheco at 3 targets again.
Pacheco was at 51, just to give perspective. 51, 38, and 13.
It's just not there, man.
And they kept rotating. They kept rotating almost like first, second, and third down. You would see the rotation of all 3. I don't like that either. I agree with you. I don't love it. Harvey with just Dobbins ahead of him. It's a good matchup overall. Pacheco going against Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis does not make me like
the
that.
Floor in that game is so low.
Yeah, it's very low.
They might never see a red zone. You know what I mean? Like outside of passing far enough.
They had
I don't know that Pacheco gets a first and goal that's close enough for
you
him,
could tell in the Super Bowl they had a rough time against this defense. This defense is still pretty much there. There's no real big changes in this, on both sides of the ball, except for, a couple of offensive weapons. But honestly, I want to stick with Harvey. I feel a little bit better about it. And going against Indy, who Of course, they had a good game last week against the Dolphins. Could be a different story here against the Broncos, who have a pretty decent, overall offense.
I think Indy could come back down to earth pretty hard against
That's
a
what I
real
was gonna
NFL
say,
team
100%.
that got kind of embarrassed, compared to what they want to.
When you make Daniel Jones look like Tom Brady, we have a problem.
Yeah.
Or look, actually, you know what? He looked more like Josh Allen in the context that he scored 2 rushing touchdowns because Tom Brady couldn't.
It's such an NFL narrative, like the Giants, Daniel Jones doing their thing. Something in my bones tells me I just feel like do you know how good the Broncos defense is, man? Like you're gonna get hurt, son. Like, I know you rushed 2 touchdowns. You got the starter on the Colts. Good job. Yeah. You are going to be out of the NFL in a year and a half, and you are about to get smacked around by Sean Payton in that defense a lot. Give me RJ Harvey. I need him to have 15 opportunities that game. I think that's all he needs, and I think he'll get them.
So, shit out of luck, or you think they'll bounce back this week?
He's talking to me. He's definitely talking to me for sure. This feels like a Bears question.
Or for the Bears question? Yeah.
Does it feel better, Mike, when someone says, so shit out of luck, and they're not talking?
Yeah, I know, for the Giants. Yeah.
I'm like, no. As bad as the Giants are, this is a Bears question. We're shit out of luck. We're shit out of luck. I don't. Here's the thing. Here's the honest, drunk, fiery, stuff. I think Ben Johnson needs more time to influence those young men.
Same old Lions. Or do you think? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And you know what, Nino? I'm going to give you a lot of credit there because you waited a little bit to tell us what it meant and then let us go on a rant about shit out of luck and then thinking it was about our team. That was funny.
Nino, can we I hope you're having a drink somewhere because I'm cheersing to you, buddy. This was a moment in time. All of us unanimously decided that we are drinking buddies.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Have you ever met better if you could name the top 20 people you want to have several drinks with, 10 of them are my fantasy football people that I've never actually met.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
You know what I mean?
And I had an opportunity to drink with a lot of those guys at the expo when I went, and I did, and they were fun as hell. So
Speaking to chat, by the way, if you ever have an opportunity to get your fantasy football league together, you'll never assemble all 10, 12. But if you guys can do a pocket, hey, we're coming through and we're doing the thing. I can promise you, if you're not in the streets, it feels weird the first time you do it, but people do it. It's freaking lit. It is awesome. It is awesome. I can't remember the first couple times just meeting other fantasy dads, if you will. You know what I mean? The type of I didn't know if you were 13 bringing your Xbox controller or
next
if you
year,
were a guy like me. You just don't know.
Next year, go to the expo. You'll see a lot of those guys.
I'm coming to New York next year. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to tell Scott Fish. I'm going to book all my tickets. You're going to pay for them. We're going to figure it out.
I love it. So Philly Mike OG goes, so who's the Packers number 1 right now?
Kraft.
Kendall's going to give you the right answer, and that's Kraft. I'm going to tell you the wide receiver is Romeo Doubs. Kraft is technically the number 1. So I'm going to
Dobbs might be the number 1 wide receiver, but he might be asking number 1 pass catcher, right? So if he's asking pass catcher, it's clearly Kraft.
It's clearly clearly. So follow Rob Thomas first. Rob Thomas, thank you for reposting our particular
I'm gonna listen to
show.
So much
thank
Rob
you.
Thomas after this.
Really, I know. I feel like I'm just gonna have to go just blast 3 a.m. and enjoy it because I'll probably be up until then. So 6-point passing touchdown, Murray Nix, or drop 1 and roll with Penix. I want to say roll with Nix. I can't go. I'm going to go Murray. They're at home. I'm going to go Murray. Yeah.
Murray. I hate Kyler Murray.
I do too. So this is the worst feeling ever.
I hate him.
And I like Penix.
Kyler Murray, though. Here's the thing.
I like both those guys,
I
too.
hate this guy's chat. I absolutely hate this. I don't like Kyler Murray. But I have to give you good advice. Look at the box score again. Okay, there were some clear indications that Kyler is going to level up and have a better game. All right, his yards per attempt were up. They were pretty good. He wasn't missing the wide open stuff, particularly to Marv, that we like. The running game was not good. Kyler won that game. All right. The running game did not do it.
Ooh, 163 passing yards for 2 touchdowns.
Gross, but highly efficient. And again, he only had those yards because the defense did their thing. But look at the rushing metrics. The rushing
21 for 29, ran for 38 yards.
We were above 75% completion. I think we were above 5 yards a carry on our rushes.
He had 108 passer rating. So,
yeah, I mean, again, this is a guy I want to fail, but it felt like the running game wasn't there and he did just enough.
Yeah.
I still want him to fail, but in this particular case, my only challenge is like, I don't like Nix. I don't like Kyler more, but I think Kyler's a better quarterback than Bo Nix.
Would you play Penix though? Would you drop one of them for Penix and play Penix over Nix or over Murray?
Yeah, you just don't do that with the
I know,
rookie
it's too
quarterback.
much.
London is banged up too, and so is his wide receiver too. Like
they're both shoulder injuries.
Penix could be without either paddle in his boat. Like
but then it's all Kyle Pitts. Woo! I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's one of those. Penix is too risky here, right? Like you want to be a hero and do Penix. What do we say every year about like if you're gonna punt at quarterback 12 versus 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, it's 2 points a game, right? So the point here is Penix is a rookie quarterback. Rookie quarterbacks don't put up crazy numbers. It doesn't happen. You need someone who can rush. Penix's rushing numbers were mostly on that one rush. That's pretty much it. He's not a rushing quarterback. It didn't really happen. I don't see it happening. I think Kyler Murray has the best combination of good offense, not so good defense. He is healthier. He is running, and he is hitting his targets when they're open. And he has 2 very, very good, very, very healthy targets. Nix I like, but I'm higher on their running game. And I don't think Nix has to do it. I also think Nix's defense could outscore him. Sometimes that's how good their defense is. And be careful because you saw this with Jalen Hurts last year. When your defense is good, that can be good for running backs. When it's really good, that can mean your quarterback can throw 120 yards and then go smoke half a pack. Like he can go just hang. He wasn't needed. Jalen Hurts has 0 touchdowns in the season, by the way, because that's how good their defense and other skill positions are. They have Saquon Barkley, RJ Harvey plus J.K. Dobbins. It's not Saquon, but it's good enough to get there. So give me Kyler.
Yeah, no, I like it. Bo Nix barely ran either. He was 8 for 18. He's usually
wasn't that so disappointing too? Like he ran, but he ran for like 3 yards a carry. He ran like what 8, 9 times or something like that for nothing.
8 times for 18. Yeah, it was rough.
Not good.
So Ray, what's going on? We shit the bed again. Yes, we did. Me and Ray are unfortunately Giants fans. So yeah, we shit the bed again. So make sure Ray throw those questions in the chat if you have any. Nino goes, unless you guys like Alec, I'm going to butcher his name. Alamaro? Alan there we go. Or Downs more than Harvey, but I lean the running backs. I think I'm going to stick with my Harvey. Downs I'm not big with yet, and I'm not big on Alec yet because I don't like the quarterback with him.
Yeah, I can't. I like Alec. Can't trust the quarterback. I need to see more first before I start starting rookies. I usually don't start rookies like that until the bye week at the receiver positions. I think he kind of figured it out first, but just checking. You're in sync with us for sure.
Yeah. So Victorious goes, Bears will bounce back. They don't have to play JJ every week. You're right. You're right.
It's worse when we don't, because then it's a closer game. We still lose.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. I honestly, I don't have a take for that. As a pure fan, let me be real. I don't have a take. I don't want to take. I just want to watch it because it feels like my life is on the line in this game, guys. Like I have been a massive die-hard Bears fan, getting fights in the streets. Like I love the Chicago Bears more than I should. I don't know what to think, but this is such a ridiculous game this week that I hate giving Bears takes because I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I just want to see what happens because in reality, something is going to happen and I'm going to have to live with it. And that's more important than my prediction. So that's the tough part for me.
So Ryan Newman, what's going on, man? He goes, who wins this? So it looks like a trade. It's Purcell, Terry, and Bill. So we got Purcell, Terry, and Bill.
Reese, if you're listening to this, can you? This is redraft, right? If it's Dynasty, let us know, bud.
Yeah, please let us know it for trades, especially just because it's
Close enough. It could be Dynasty, is what I'm saying.
it could be, and if it's Dynasty, I'm probably leaning
London side for sure.
Yeah, but the London side, I'm leaning either way. I'm leaning London for this whole thing.
I am
don't
leaning
like
London for this whole thing.
I don't want two guys on the same team. I like Purcell. I like Bill in general. I like his scenario. But
redraft. Pearsall, Terry, Bill.
I rather have London.
Okay, I changed my
Mason
mind. I changed my mind.
And Tootin.
In redraft, I'm going to go with the Pearsall, Terry, Bill. But it's because I'm a massive Ricky Pearsall fan. I think he finishes a top 15 wide receiver. If you go back to last season, he also had 200-yard games in the last 3, I think. I mean, he was good last year too.
With Purdy.
My challenge is that they also just lost Eckler. Bill could be better than we think. They just came off of a stupid bad.
Well, now they have no
have
choice.
Better ones.
So they're gonna
Bill through the roof. Terry's gonna have better days, and Ricky Pearsall in London could be low key kind of close some weeks. But Mason and Bashal Tootin, if
Tootin's not going to be.
I love Tootin. I love him a lot, but he's also high risk, high reward. He could be nothing this year, And Mason could be the same thing. What if their run game just ain't there? What if it's just not? Because Aaron Jones didn't look dangerous. Unless you're telling me the Bears defense is unreal, and I think it's good, but not elite.
Bears did well keeping him in check.
Mason looked good. I liked Mason. I think Mason looked better than Jones.
Good.
But from a fantasy perspective, I still think it's a perfect 50-50 split. So this is redraft. You have to start Mason over somebody. How often is that actually happening? With Mason's very particular points per game and his ranking, you're more often than not going with the spicy flex play versus the very stable Mason. So in this trade, unless an injury happens, you're only starting London. And in the other trade, you're starting Ricky Pearsall and Terry and Bill more often than not. So you're getting potentially 3 starters. One of them's a bit mid. And the other one, you might only get 1.
You're only getting 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, fair enough. I like the Jordan Mason London one just because I can keep Tootin for later in the year. If my team is stacked, then I don't have to worry about that third guy. I rather have it.
If your team is stacked, you should go with what Mike said. If your team is too good, you only need the upside. Bashal Tootin has more upside than Bill. Right?
Yeah,
absolutely. Jordan Mason has more upside than Bill if an injury were to happen. So if your team's stacked and you just need high upside, it's a very good point to bring up, Mike.
Yeah. So make sure you guys throw those questions in the chat. We're only going to be here for another couple of minutes to answer your questions. So please make sure you throw those questions in the chat. Follow Rob Thomas, man. Oh, my Fantasy Football Expo Fans Classic. Oh, you were in the Fans Classic? Oh, good for you. Great. I'm happy that you were able to go. I went last year. I was not able to go this year. Well, 2 years ago, if you will. So I very jealous. Very jealous. Glad you were able to be a part of that. I hope you guys enjoyed your time in Canton. Rafi, I know this is a joke, but Murray or Wilson? I think we're both going Murray. God.
Yeah. Sucks. Oh, man. Dangerous.
Well, we're going to get another Kyler question in a minute. Realized after last night, I didn't have much exposure to the Packers or the Commanders, only a share or two of Debo and a share of Jacobs. Yeah, I'm the same way. I have Jacobs everywhere in most situations. I have Bill everywhere too. But it was really just because of the value. I mean, I was getting him in the 11th and 12th rounds, and then I grabbed him.
Geez, that's nice.
I grabbed him in my rookie draft in the second round, but it was only because we did a rookie draft in August. If this was May, I would have never.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you did one of those late rookie drafts. I did one of those late rookie drafts too.
It's horrible.
I did not like it. The late rookie draft felt weird for me. It felt so spoiled. I don't know. I don't know. Something was weird about it.
Let's put it this way. For years, I've been doing the show for the last 4 years roughly, and maybe 5 actually. And in those time frames, I've been a part of a lot of dynasty leagues that are not like my home dynasty leagues. My home dynasty league is a salary cap dynasty league. They always wait until the end of the year, and it's always in August. And I keep looking and I'm doing all these drafts in May, and I'm looking at these teams and I'm like, like, why are we doing this now? And I understand in a way, because the people that draft, like my brother who drafted, Judkins in the second round, he wouldn't have gotten him in the second round. He would have been a 105 pick. Like, that's where the differences are to me, and the fact that I had no choice but to reach for a guy that I didn't want to. And I only had 2 picks. So for me, it was just trying to, get my second pick that was worth it, because no one else I felt was worth it. So I get it. And then he has some Dobbs, of course, but you don't have Dobbs in our home league that we do. Someone grabbed him. So Ray goes, I have Kyler and Penix, and he's sticking with the shorty for now. Hey, man, I don't blame you.
Short Kings, let's go.
Yeah. I like Penix, but
I hope you get to start Penix later on the year.
I have Penix in a 2 QB league, and I use him. I like him, and I'm going to continue.
I think he's going to be good. Just give him some time, but yeah.
So we kind of answered this one already there, Rasta, but you weren't here. So we're going to go DJ Moore, Keon Coleman, or Hollywood, full PPR. We both said Hollywood. We both, we kind of do like DJ, but we're going to go with Hollywood for this one. Better matchup, better, scenario and all.
I cannot wait till we're actually like more monetized. When we're good enough that you guys can give us a little bit of rent money, I want some buttons where I can get the drops for the players.
See, I have drops for players and stuff like that. Like, I can do little tiny things, but it's stuff like,
it's not quite there yet. The budget's not there yet. Guys, we're getting there. We are pre-revenue, all right? We are getting there. If you got some angel investors, come on with it.
We got some rock.
Yeah, there it is.
We need better drops.
Give me Dylan Sampson, by the way. No question.
Well, I was going to say, so Sampson or
Warren.
I think I'm going to go
Messi 3-way timeshare and an offense that has the best game all year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sampson. Oh.
I'm gonna pull some stats. If you pull some stats, like rookie year, how many running backs in their? I have no stats, but I'll look it up later. Had 8, not target. How many rookie running backs had 8 catches in a game in their entire rookie year?
They're favored, or sorry, the Ravens are favored by 11.5. It's 11.5, and it was 12.5. It was 12.5 and went down to 11.5. Scary. That is insane. I am taking Sampson all day in that particular scenario. Nino goes full PPR. You flexing Swift or Ridley?
Ridley. Don't even care about the format. I just don't like Swift that much.
I know, but I'm gonna go Swift.
You're not a Bears fan. You're allowed to take Swift.
Yeah, but I like Swift a little bit more than Ridley. And, I like having control of the ball. I rather have control. It's just how I am. Perk Almighty, what's going on, man? He goes,
oh, Jesus.
Kenneth Walker or Charbonnet. Full PPR, my other running backs are Hampton, B-Rob, Braylon. I'm stuck in K9 or Sharp's loop.
Look, if I'm in this situation, I have to go Kenneth Walker until I have firm proof not to. And I mean, if Charbonnet outperforms him this week, I'll continue to ride Charbonnet. But 1 week won't do it for me. Like, they could be 50-50, but the fact is, when both are fully healthy and doing what they are capable of doing as athletes, Kenneth Walker dominates. And when I'm saying when they're healthy, also, no shade on Charbonnet, but Charbonnet, I think, has to be honest with himself, too, and say, when Kenneth Walker is healthy, Kenneth Walker would dunk on Charbonnet. And it's not that it's not close. It's just that Kenneth Walker was like this close to Breece Hall when they got drafted in their class. Yeah. Kenneth Walker's pedigree is Breece Hall. They were very close. That is his pedigree. Charbonnet has a good pedigree. It's not that. It's good. It's not that, though. So I think Charbonnet is elevated because of the injuries, but I don't have a big enough reason for Charbonnet yet. This is the most 51-49 I can do, but in my own personal decision-making, I'm going to go with the better talent unless I'm given reason. If someone tells me that one's injured, it's different.
What's up, Martin? He goes, I don't care. It's Charb's year. I don't blame you, brother. And I hear this too. I see this. Heard that Charbs was named the captain this week, which is even more nerve-wracking. I'm good with Charbs. If you go with Charbs, go for it. I have a little bit of a spicy one if you really want, because you mentioned the concept that you have Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen might not be a horrible choice this week, and it's really just because Ed Oliver's out this week. That's a big, and Martin can tell you right now, Ed Oliver is one of their biggest cornerstones for their defense in the middle.
But he was named captain this week.
Yeah, I have to look that up. I'm still gonna go Charbonnet, but it's not it's a little bit of a sneaky.
This is getting closer, Perk. This is getting closer. If I'm being real, I am benching Kenneth Walker, but not for a running back. I mean, mostly PPR leagues. I'm pulling someone off of waiver. I have Kenneth Walker in a lot of leagues.
You know
I
what?
made a lot of. I didn't want to spend this much on QJ or Hollywood or anything, but I did, and I did it because they were replacing Kenneth Walker in my flex. So just to give you guys an idea of, I'm aggressive on replacing Kenneth Walker, just not with Sharps. Like I like.
Did you play
Sharp.
Charbonnet or JSN?
Sharps or JSN?
Full PPN.
JSN's like a top 5 player for me this week.
I'm just having fun with it. Would you play Kyron or Charbonnet?
Kyron.
Yeah. All right. So then, I'm still gonna go Charbonnet.
Yeah, I like Sharps. I want to start one or the other. If they're both healthy, I have this weird I'll find a third door.
Yeah, we'll find a way. So Anthony goes start 2. Jalen Warren, Aaron Jones, Hollywood. I'm gonna go.
Targets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hollywood and Jalen Warren. Aaron Jones show me nothing. Sorry.
Yeah, if Aaron Jones gives me 18 or 15 for 65 and 2 catches for 10 or whatever, Hollywood can do that in 2 plays.
Yeah.
He might not. He could also do it in 16 5-yard catches too.
Yeah.
So
for sure. Nina
goes.
It
helps that the Chiefs have a tough matchup. The Chiefs are probably going to be playing from behind. They're going to throw the ball 50 times.
Yeah, and it could be
My biggest bet this week is Patrick Mahomes over. I think 35. I think is his number right now. 35.5. I think it got bet up to. His pass attempts.
Pass attempts.
Yeah, I think he's
what about his yardage? His yardage is 235.
I'm not betting his yardage because he can have 200 on 50 attempts and he can have 500 on 50 attempts. It's so wide. I want his attempts.
23.
That's got to be completions, not attempts.
Pass.
That's completions. For sure.
Completions. Yeah. Oh, attempts? Yeah. Hold on. Let me get
attempts
to
is 35.
I don't know. I'm looking at it now. 35.5. You are correct.
Yeah. Smash. It's one of my favorite bets this week. I'm smashing the over on that.
Nice.
He doesn't pass the ball 40 times in that game script. Something happened.
So Nino, this is kind of funny to me. I am like Jenny in the league. I'm a height supremacist.
What a drop, by the way, for those that watch the league. Let's go.
Man. I am Jenny for sure. I have always been the prototypical wide receiver, being, the guys like Mike Evans and, Calvin Johnson. You throw in anybody like Julian Edelman, I'm like, screw that guy. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Oh, Nino's got one of my bets in chat too. I threw some money on that too.
So Wicked's in the house. What's up, man? He goes, I'm home, baby. Great to have you back there. Wicked. Always a great time. Follow Rob Thomas goes, hey, y'all are great. I love that it's not just one-word answers in to each question, the depth of discussion and breakdown of each question. Thanks, man. We try our best to do this. We want to make sure you guys get the full picture of what we're thinking about. I have no problem giving you one-word answers because, of course, but me and Kendall are big talkers. We have no problem with, having a conversation about these things because we want to give you all angles of it.
We don't get paid to do this.
No.
We're in a billion leagues and we do this because we desperately need to.
Yeah. I need this for my sanity, to be fair.
Yeah. One day when we sell, if we're lucky enough to sell out, God willing, I cannot wait for one-word answers in 5 to 6 years from now. Until then, you're stuck with in-depth critical analysis.
Go in the Discord that's listed below. We have the Discord in our channel. in the description below. You can see the paragraphs of Kendall's answers for all of you. So ETN or Pacheco? I think we both agreed. Oh, look at that.
Nino.
Oh, Nino. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated.
That's just Nino buying the first round. Here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen. Nino, listen in, because I know you're listening, bud. What's going to happen is we're eventually going to meet up at a fantasy football gathering, and all of the like $5 and $10 tips, I'm just going to pay. I'm just going to get us a bottle of Johnny Walker or something stupid.
Oh, wow, a bottle?
You're
going to go with the bottle? Ooh, I love it.
I'm a generous guy. I'm probably, like, without thinking, my wife is going to hate me, Nino, but I'm probably going to pay it all back in like some gift or something. We'll figure it out. But
I like it. So ETN or Pacheco, I think we both agreed ETN, right?
Yeah. Nino, by the way, if you got a question, throw it in there. I don't care what it is. Favorite sitcom, do anything. Get your money's worth, man. You're paying the electric bill.
So here's the funny thing. I don't hate Amon-Ra. I actually like Amon-Ra.
He's hard to hate, though. It's hard to hate. No, you know?
I watched him in receivers, and I just liked him. It was just one of those things that I got to like him. So
they should have traded JMO and just signed Tesla. I don't know why the Lions were going 3 wide receivers. They could have gotten a big, dude. Tesla and Amon-Ra would be such this weird, like, who the hell are these guys and why are they in the NFL? They're weird people.
They're weird.
I absolutely love it. Dan Campbell, kneecaps, Tesla, Amon-Ra. They're a cool team.
Love Dan Campbell. Love the Bears. Love the Lions.
I'm still going to quote you on that. That happened. Clip that, everyone.
No! Damn it. Goddamn beer. Parker, what's going on, brother? He goes, yo, I got a fantasy redraft full PPR trade question. All right,
lock in.
Should I trade Terry and DJ Moore for Garrett Wilson and Worthy?
Yes.
I have Fields, so I would be getting the stack.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, and where can I sign up? Parker, let's do this together, buddy. I am a Garrett Wilson truther. I think he's a top 5 wide receiver talent. Shuffle the quarterbacks every 5 seconds. He's that good. DJ Moore is more of he's not the wide receiver 1 anymore. He's a weapon amongst other weapons.
Agreed.
Now, Worthy does scare me because whenever when he has to get surgery in the offseason, he absolutely does. So I'm worried that maybe you're just trading for Garrett Wilson. Like it could just be Terry, DJ Moore, and Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, but then would you take Garrett Wilson or would you take Terry and DJ for Wilson?
If your team is stacked, it's close. It feels bad because it's like, how are you giving up 2 starters? But if your team is stacked,
other than Worthy.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's such a good buy low on Worthy. Like if I'm the other guy, I want to buy low on Worthy.
And I wouldn't mind it, but my issue is re-aggravation of this injury is like over 15%. So it's one of those things where he gets hit the wrong way, falls the wrong way when he catches it.
He has Neighbors and Debo and a great wide receiver room.
You mean running back?
Sorry. Go back to here. So RB's good.
So what it does is it breaks up Terry and Debo.
It does break up Terry and Debo. Yeah, now that it breaks up Terry and Debo too, that's enough added incentive where you never want to start them right now together.
Yeah, so that means you don't have to start Worthy at all, and you're starting Wilson and you're starting.
And I have Debo above Terry rest of season right now, straight up with the injury to Eckler.
So I'm good with it.
In there.
Yeah, I'm down.
Look, it's not. No one's killing anybody here, but I like that side of it. I like. Yeah.
I would laugh even harder if you're a Commanders fan.
Oh yeah,
you will make me laugh a lot harder than I am. So he has Bill, he's got that, but I understand how that all worked out. You ended up, I see how you drafted, and that makes sense. So it's
give me 15 seconds here. I'll be right back at his.
Yeah, no, I got you. So yeah, I have no problem with that at all. I get that you have a good amount of the Commanders and you're trying to sell. Go for it. If you can get Garrett Wilson for that price and Worthy, go for it. I really do. So Jero, he goes, I need to start 2 of these wide receivers. Let's see if I can find your question. Oh, you didn't throw your question in. Throw your question. Get that question in there so that we can answer your question. And then he goes, why do a show if just one word answers. That's what rankings are for, which we do have. And we do. Thank you for the plug there. Make sure you guys check out GetRightFF.com. We have our rankings up there every roughly around Tuesday, Wednesday night. We have those posted for you guys for week 3. It does change throughout the week. We do, update them as we go. But you can check them out there. For those that I have the ticker below, this is about what we're going to be doing. The Friday show might switch back and forth from either 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. We might want to get Phil involved too if he's available. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we're going to be here most nights either at 9 or 10. Moving forward. There he is.
I told you, 15 seconds.
No worries. Well, we had one, but then we didn't. I don't know where that went. Nino goes, just appreciated the advice and the content, man. We appreciate that. Anytime you guys want, you can always throw us, a super chat. We always appreciate that. He is excited for Tesla. Yeah.
We got listener leagues. We got our ambassador leagues for folks that bring their league mates to us to help, maybe pay for a second electric bill. But yeah, dude, we should get in some leagues, man.
Yeah, for sure. So he said, I'm an LSU fan, so I love Jaden, but I couldn't quite get him. Got all the teammates instead. Hey, man, I don't blame you. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, boys and girls.
Over there, man. They're nice.
Yeah, for sure. So I think we're going to wrap this up. I don't see any more questions in the chat. I wanted to at least get all your questions answered, which I feel like we did. For those that still have questions, we're going to be back. I'm going to be back on Sunday morning. I'm going to be here at 11 a.m. To help you guys out with last second week 2 start sit questions. And then I'm going to give you guys actives and inactives at 11:30 to make sure you guys get all your questions answered prior to game time if you have any. We're also going to be here Mondays. We're going to be here on not a problem, Parker. We're going to be here on Monday night. We're going to be here on Wednesday night. Phil's here on Tuesday nights. We're here I said Wednesday, right? And then Friday. So we're here basically every day of the week except Thursday and Friday, Thursday and Saturday. We need breaks too there, guys. So I hope everyone enjoyed the show. If you haven't already, if you've seen this little thing in the corner, good old Underdog Fantasy, make sure you guys are checking out Underdog Fantasy. If you're new to Underdog, make sure you guys, when you sign up, use the promo code GETRIGHT and they will help you out at checkout. I forgot why can't I get the thing up? Why is it being mean to me right now? All these things that we have to do in the background and I can't do them.
We're better at answering questions than doing the corporate stuff, as you guys can very clearly tell.
No, this is
We're
annoying.
happy to be known for that, though. That's a great place to be. We'll never sell out because we don't know how to.
This is weird. How'd that happen?
Maybe we messed around with some settings.
I don't know what we did, but we did it because we don't have our outro.
Yeah.
we don't have our outro and we don't have our intro. I have to.
Are you serious?
No, I got it. I found it. It was all hiding, but it was hiding in the wrong places, which they're not normally in the places that I put. Anyway,
oh man.
This is
in the
what
meantime,
they
guys.
have.
There we go.
Yeah, that you can't do that one anymore. Sorry.
No. It was good,
but
though.
you can definitely check that one out. Make sure you guys are using Underdog if you haven't already. Make sure you guys use promo code GETRIGHT when you do. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for your time. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your weekend. Good luck to everybody out there for week 2, except against me. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Kendall, thank you so much, my friend. Always a pleasure having you here tonight.
Me and the kids and the wife on the way from church on Sunday, we're going to be tuning in.
As you should. As you should. All right, ladies and gents, we will see you all soon. I think you're ready for some music, right?
Let's hit them with some music.
Later.
Wanted to write fantasy is the play. Marking nothing, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go and roll your sleeves.